At the Union City Housing Authority meeting last week, Hudson County View learned that the billing practices of Board Attorney Julio Morejon are currently under review by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Morejon came under scrutiny last month as the result of a News 12 Kate in Your Corner report, where Union City Housing Authority Chairman Marty Martinetti alleged that Morejon had been paid far more than what his contract permitted last year. During their meeting 1 week ago, Hudson County View asked if the situation had been resolved. It was just, in light of the Kate in Your Corner report regarding the billing for this authority, I just wanted to see if the board was at a point where they were satisfied with how this issue was resolved. I know we spoke at this at length in the beginning here, but I didn't have a clear picture if this was something that was settled, if we've heard anything from HUD, or just where this situation stands.
The issue is not resolved. HUD has not responded yet. There was, as we stated in previous meetings, there was a cap put on legal. The cap was exceeded. It was given to HUD for their advice on how we should proceed. We still haven't received a response. They're actually requesting an in-person meeting with some of the commissioners to speak of this matter further.
Martinetti previously argued that Morejon's contract called for an annual salary of $24,000, along with $20,000 in additional hourly billing. A copy of Morejon's contract does call for an annual salary of $24,000, with legal fees including costs and expenses pursuant to this agreement shall not exceed $20,000 unless said amount is increased by resolution of the local authority. In addition to his annual salary, the contract calls for Morejon to be paid $145 per hour for legal services, as well as $125 per hour for eviction-related matters. Morejon had no problem speaking with Hudson County View to defend his position on the matter, saying that he welcomed HUD reviewing his work with the Union City Housing Authority, since everything was done appropriately.
Well, at the outset, I wish to tell you that I feel that all my billing was done appropriately. There are itemized, detailed bills that I submitted to the CFO. They verified the work that was done, and I was paid. The board approved the payments of my bills. The question seems to be about a contractual interpretation of a cap. You heard Mr. Martinetti discuss a cap. He has one opinion of a cap. I have another opinion of this cap. And that's really where we are. It's a matter of submitting, and everything has been submitted to HUD. My contracts, past billing, all invoices, payments made, procurement, from the beginning to the end, from the procurement, acceptance, work done, work billed, all that's been submitted to HUD. I welcome HUD reviewing all the work that I've done, how I was hired, the work that I've done, my billing practice.
Additionally, Morejon said there was nothing improper about him earning somewhere in the neighborhood of $98,000 with the Union City Housing Authority last year.
The only fixed cap that I do have is a monthly cap every month, and that's specified. It's a certain dollar amount, and it tells you the work. Am I attending meetings, resolutions, just the general administrative stuff. And then everything else is on a billable schedule for a variety of work to be done. And the question then becomes, what is the cap for all the work that I do? Mr. Martinetti has one opinion that it's one. I have another opinion, and ultimately they're the client. They decide, and I will abide by that. However, I also wish to point out that the contract does provide for provision for the board to authorize any billing in excess of whatever it's deemed to be a cap, if you will. So there is a provision in the contract that allows for a resolution to the problem. They've decided to, instead of going that way, they've decided to communicate with HUD, which I welcome. As I said, I have nothing to hide. I'm fully transparent. All my bills are itemized.
I'm John Heides with the Hudson County View, the eye of the community.